Hello. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. I just start off the stream weird because why not? That's what I do around here. So, what is going on with this? What is that doing? What is that doing? All right, let's get the hair right at least halfway. Okay. That's just gonna have to be good enough. Anyway, hello and welcome to Thursday night. It is August the 6th. I never know what the date is actually. It is Thursday evening. So in case you needed a reminder of what day it is, as do I sometimes, it's Thursday. Yeah, today we're going to work on something that I've seen multiple times on my feed on different channels and whatnot. Um, and it is going to be, oh, hold on. Did I? Okay, yeah. Um, I'll do that when I move my camera back. Um, Something I've seen on Instagram and I've seen on Pinterest many times before. And I saw one recently on Instagram and I was inspired to make my own version. So we are making some felt badges. And if you don't know what these are, let me show you. So this is the first one that I made. I've kind of adapted my method of putting these letters on here, but it says Whimsy Goblin. And I've not put the pin back on it on this one yet, but it's just a little piece of felt with some lace and some little rhinestones, some gems, and some ribbon. And it's just meant to, make you smile and to be like, hey, look at this. So let me tell you too, funny story. I made this one. This is my first one. Then I made a second one based off a request on my Instagram story. And I made that one. I've already given that one away. And the person that I gave it away to, she came to me today. It didn't say like happy birthday because I got to do more than just happy birthday. But it said pink whimsy girly. And I gave it to this person for their birthday, and she came to me today and she was like, I saw that you made those on Instagram and I was hoping that maybe you would make me one. And when you gave me one, I was so excited. So yeah, I knew that she would enjoy it. So that was fun. But yeah, we're going to make some more. I am open to suggestions on what to put on these. I just put Whimsy Goblin because I call myself a goblin more often than not. Just because of like my sewing area full of clothes. Well, not full of clothes. It's more full of fabric. But I call myself a goblin because I have little trinkets hidden here and there. And I try to be whimsical. So, made a whimsy goblin. But I'm going to make some other ones. Like I've got some started. One that says hobby ho and craft slut. So, yeah. Hopefully I can say those words on YouTube and my video won't get taken down. I don't think it will, but yeah, so we're going to make some. Y'all know it's going to be a little snarky, a little bit different, and a little bit weird because that's how I roll. But yeah, that's what I wanted to work on tonight. And I may not stream the whole 2.5 hours. We'll see how it goes. I will say the last time that I streamed, the time just flew by. So we'll see. But anyway, Nima, oh, you like those? All right. Need one that says Puzzle Princess. Hey, Bach, you know what? Let me tell you. If I was still doing puzzles like I used to when I first started on Twitch, that would be perfect. I would totally wear that. But I like Puzzle Princess. You know what? I'm going to write that down. Listen, we'll just go ahead and start a list. So we're going to do Puzzle Princess. Puzzle Princess. And you know, if it gets to the point, also welcome, by the way, welcome to the stream. Appreciate the comment and the idea, but I really thought that these were cute. Puzzle Princess is a good one. And I think I haven't tried it yet, but the size that I've been making these is the outer circle is about 4 inches. It's actually like 3.5. And then the inside circle is like, I don't know if I've measured it. It's close to, it's a little bit, it's like 2 3/4. But I haven't tested like how many letters that I can go across based off of the size that I've done. I wanted to kind of keep the sizes consistent. If I did want to, like, you know, put these in my Etsy store or whatever. But yeah, I was just gonna make like a handful of them and kind of see how it goes. But I just, you know, the bling, see, I've already, like I said, I've already had to modify how I put these on here so they're more stable. I practiced that last night, but I think that I could probably get, let's see, Princess, that's 8 letters. I could probably get 8 letters comfortably across this size, because right now we've got 6. And I think I could probably do 8 and it not look too weird. I just didn't want to make them too big either, you know? So, anywho, that's what I felt like doing, so that's what we're going to go with. So I am going to switch over my cameras, bring y'all over to the table, and we'll just get into it. We'll work on the hobby hoe and the craft slut first, since I have those started. So let's get everything together. I got Puzzle Princess written down. So let's move this here, up here, and let's turn this on. All right, and then let's get this situated so that you can see what's going on. There we go. Okay. All right, cool. All right, and I got my chat, got my phone, got my microphone. All right, let's get into it then. Make sure my chair doesn't knock over my camera. Let's rearrange this just a tad. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. So if y'all come up with ideas, like I said, I'm going to write them down. That's what I've got so far, is I've got Puzzle Princess. So after we get done with these, we will think about a color scheme and we'll mess around with some stuff. Now, let me tell you another little story about this. So y'all know I'm always trying to use upcycled materials. Okay, well, what I'm using on these is, I will be honest, I did purchase some things for this. I have some felt, but these are like the, like, kind of, you know, they're kind of rigid felt. I have like the soft kind of felt, but I think that this was going to hold up better as far as with our application here. Chaos Crafter, yes. Cootie Queen. Yeah. Right. I like Chaos Crafter. Cootie Queen. Cootie Queen is good though. Oh, my lead already broke. Chaos Crafter. And Cootie Queen. Lint Liquor. All right, yeah, we'll just keep it running. And I think, like I said, I think that 8 characters is probably going to be the limit with the size that I'm doing and with the beads. What I was going to get to saying was that I have these 2 bags of ribbon, and these are just like all little like small pieces of ribbon. Most of them are just like scraps. So these were all like either given to me or thrifted, gifted, all that kind of jazz. the felt, did purchase it, and the letters. So y'all see this pack of letters? Allegedly, there's 1,400 letters in here. The embroidery that I use came from the Goodwill. As you can see, I've had this for quite a while. And yeah, so we are upcycling and utilizing as many bits and bobs as we can. So this was one that I did last night. This was a color scheme that was picked out by Stankflap that is in chat. I asked him to pick me out some colors, and he picked out 2 sets. This was one of them. So we are going to do this. I actually made this one into craft slut. You can see, and then I embroidered a little running stitch. I also made this to where it's way more stable. I added some extra stitching on the back versus just like the one across. So I really like how that turned out. And then I did that with the hobby hoe as well. Hobby hoe. So yeah, my big circle, these are 4-inch squares. And so like I was saying earlier, my big circle goes almost to the 4 inches. And then the small circle, I'm using this as a size. And that's what size this is. And I just like the way that this looks. I feel like this is a good size. And then the little pin back that I have, those were also gifted to me. Oh, they're right here. So I got a whole bunch of these. I have some bigger ones and some little ones, but these bigger ones are like the perfect size. So yeah, that's a little bit about my materials. So let's get into the fun part. I'm of course not going to get rid of like what I cut out from the smaller circles, because what I'm going to end up doing, and I can guarantee you this, is I'm going to end up making like a rainbow one using up these scraps. I'll probably like stick them onto another like piece of something, and I'll make like a rainbow version. So don't think that this is going to go to waste, because it's not. Got my circle templates. Actually, let's start making a pile. Start making a pile of these. And yeah, so what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and we'll just start with the craft slut. So since we did the black, he chose the green and the black. So what did I just do with that piece? I just put it back in the stack, didn't I? Yep. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and put hobby hoe to the side, and I'm going to use this as my guide and my template for sizing and whatnot. Alright, so since we've got black on black here, we are going to get our little piece of, where's my little white pencil? Do I not have it over here? I don't think I have it. I'll just use my Hera marker. Maybe this will work. Oh yeah. If you don't know what a Hera marker is, it's not an actual like marker, but it just puts a dent in the fabric or whatever that you're using so that you can see where to cut. Can I see that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Perfect. All right. Can't exactly see where the other part's at. So I guess I'll just put this on here and yeah. There we go. Of course, it doesn't have to be a perfect circle because it's handmade with love. But, yeah. So this is what we're going to have. Craft Slut. And what we're also going to add is, I like the way that the lace looks around here. And, you know, we got our rhinestones and all of that. So we're going to add some rhinestones for whimsy, of course. We're going to add some lace, and then we're also going to pick out some lovely ribbon. I do like the way that it looks with the thicker ribbon on the bottom and then layering it with some other ones. So that's what we're going to go for. Oh, don't fall down. Don't fall down. All my ribbon. Well, look at this stuff. Look at that. You think that's a pretty good match? I think that's a damn good match. All right, let's get some of this. And let's get, let's see. Where's the end of this? Or is this like a bunch of pieces? I don't even know where I got this from. I think I got this from the thrift store. Look how much of it there is, though. Isn't that ridiculous? Oh. Oh. But for real, where's the end of it? Oh, here it is. Okay. So we're just going to eyeball. Since I think we have enough to play around with, we're just going to eyeball a piece. That's a little, it's a little bit wonky on this end. Yeah, okay. Alright, so let's just say we're gonna use this much. Sure, why not? Yeah, I don't know what I thought that I was gonna be making with this, but I guess I had some sort of bright idea. Alright. Now we've got some green and some black, so let's see what kind of black ribbon that we can gather. Oh, we've got some silver. Ooh. Does this have wire in it? No. I don't know, we might use that silver. Is this what a craft slut would have? Probably. We might use that. That's not a phrase that you hear every day. Is this what a craft slut would use? Oh boy. What a great type of stream. Okay, we'll just get some of this. We'll use this as a base. And then kind of go from there. Now I can also, if I wanted to use this as my lace behind here, I think I might do that actually. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes, glitter everywhere. It's not too bad. Okay, so when I added the lace before, all I kind of did was went behind this and just kind of folded it around. And really doubled it up, so let's see if we can get it to do what we want it to do. Yeah. Yeah, I think that we could make that happen. I'm not 100% keen on this fold business. I also need to do this because I'm using ribbon. I need to get my little flames so I can burn the ends. So let's do that. Put that out of the way for now. I'm probably going to use double the circumference for it. So again, we're just gonna kind of eyeball it. Let's say it's gonna be something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. And then we're gonna go a different way than I thought before. We're just gonna cut this in the middle. And again, this may not work. We're just kind of going with the flow here. If you're new here or you're a long-standing person that's been with me for a while, you know how I feel about going with the flow. Okay, yeah, this feels much easier to work with. Yeah. Yeah, great. Now, the way that I did this on the first one was when I sewed the little stitch around, that is when I attached the ribbon. And it actually worked out really well, and I should have done that before I tried to start all this, but I did not. Okay. Man, I did not mean to make glitter go everywhere because everybody knows how glitter just kind of lingers. It just lingers everywhere. Alright, so I am using this as my adhesive today. And if you've ever purchased this stuff, you know that it has like a precision tip on it. I actually ripped the tip off of one of these because I was like, I need this to come out faster. That is what she said. That is absolutely what she said. But it worked. It worked. But these little containers, I know that they make them small so that, you know, it doesn't dry up on you. But man, they really just don't hold a lot. And is that clogged up already? Yeah. You know, everybody is familiar with E6000. Okay, here we go. All right. And we're just going to add a little bit of glue. So you can use hot glue for this. I personally don't really like the way that hot glue strings. Yeah. But the thing with this stuff is it takes a minute for this to dry. But I can usually get it to hold long enough for me to go to the next one. So that is what we are going for. I get a little bit on my finger. It's just not nearly as annoying as hot glue. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's all coming together. Even though I might use all of this bottle of this tube of B7000. And what's great is that it doesn't have to be perfect, because this is going to get attached to the piece of black. But, you know, don't be afraid to get a little messy either. Okay, so I'm back to where I started. And since this isn't something that's going to like get washed or anything, I'm just going to give a little bit of an overlap and cut it right there. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is nice. Okay, I am going to get the hot glue to attach this to this because, yeah. You know, if you're a hardcore crafter, you got one of these bad boys. Yeah. You know, this is, we've always had just one of the battery operated, the plug-in ones, which we do still have those, but these right here, these are pretty pro. Let me adjust this camera just a tad. Just a tad. There we go. And it's scooching time. So I've got this shirt on. Haven't worn it in a while. And it's kind of open on the sides. But you know, it's nice and flowy and I like it. But I have to make sure I'm not like open or anything. Okay, so while the hot glue is heating up, let's see what ribbons that we want to use. So we got this. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and also ends that I cut. Let's go ahead and just that. And like I said, there's none of this that has any sort of like special measurement. It's all based off of vibes. But I do like the thicker. So, like I said, using my first one as a guide. I'm going to do this and make this like that. Cut that off. And then we do our other side like this. Put it at an angle like that. Kind of like that. Okay. Like that. All right, I like the way that that looks. And then we'll get our pieces to layer, which is going to be a little bit of this. Again, we'll just kind of cut that to a length that looks good. And cut that at an angle like that. Give it a little... I know you're not empty. Do a little bit of that, kind of like that. And is that too much? Nah, I don't think it's too much. All right, I'm gonna do that and like that. And then we'll do our fancy ribbon, which is this. I say it's fancy just because it's got, you know, all this pattern going on. So that one's on that side. This one on this side. You know, and I may get it on there and it may not look like, it may not look very good, but... All right, and the main thing about this is like I don't want to like overthink it. I don't want to be like, oh, well, let me do this and let me do that and blah, blah, blah. I really just want to have fun with it and just layer it and just be like, oh, yeah. Was that the right end? Oh, I was like, I don't feel like I burned that end. Now I have that E6000 on my fingers. On my fingers. Okay, layer like that. Yeah. All right. Hot glue looks like it's ready to go. So let's go ahead. go. Okay, so then on the next layer, we're going to do something like this and something like this. Cool, cool, like that. Let's go ahead and get that down. Cool, yep. All right, we'll go ahead and do this one. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh yeah, I forgot I had this. Yeah, let's add this to it. Oh, that one's also got polka dots on it. I knew I'd seen some other one with polka dots. Well, you know what? I think that's going to be just fine. Alright, add that to the mix. Let's get this so I don't burn myself. There we go. Okay, and then our little small green ones. Kind of like that. Like I said, no overthinking. No perfection, no overthinking. I know that's difficult for apparently a lot more people than I thought, but okay. Do I want to add a piece of this? I don't know. I kind of like that. I think I'm going to roll with that. Okay, and now we'll get big glue. Big glue in the chat. Alright, I really kind of like that a lot. Oh, that's actually pretty cute. That still did not stay as tight as I wanted that to on the letters. Okay, I think that I know what I can do though. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue underneath that A. I'm gonna have to work on that. Definitely gonna have to work on that. Oh, did I rip the... Oh, I ripped it out of this one too. That little applicator. Okay, well, I actually want one with an applicator on this one. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I do not. Okay. Well. Okay, just ignore that whole thing that I just said about the applicator. We're going to go back to the one that I've been working with. And I am going to do my best to put the tiniest little bit of glue behind that A. And hopefully that will hold. That will hold that in place. I think the word slut is going to be fine. But it's just the word craft was a little bit, yeah. Might as well just put a little bit behind this too. We're doing very detailed work here, in case you couldn't tell. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, yes. Yes, I love it. I love it already. Oh my gosh, I love this so freaking much. Okay, so now all I gotta do is just add my little rhinestones. So, isn't that cool? Really cute. What are they for? Just to have her gifts. They would be nice gifts for children as an addiction, or in addition to a baby quilt. Sorry if you always answer. I'm late. No, you're good. No, I have not answered that. No, you were the first one to ask that, and I appreciate it. My idea would, well, I've already given one as a gift, but yeah, the idea would be, yeah, like just as an addition for like another gift. Like the one that I made the other day was a birthday gift for one of my coworkers who is near and dear to my heart. Most people, when they get a gift from me, they're gonna get some sort of like handmade like bundle. Like I think it was last year, I gave everybody at Christmas like a tote bag and then full of like some stuff that I've made. So yeah, I made one the other day. It was the second one I ever did. And it was just like an addition to some other stuff. So yes, that is exactly what they're going to be. I just think they're kind of cool because like if like what I'm making these for is I have a craft market in December, and I think that it would be just kind of neat like if somebody was thinking of something different to possibly give to somebody as a Christmas gift, or for some sort of like if they're having a party, they can just be like, oh, look at the craft slut or something like that. So yes, gifts, just general chaos, things like that. So, but thank you for the question. I do appreciate that. Yeah, I am very, very pleased with how that one turned out. So let me get my little rhinestones. And let's see what we can attach to make it even cuter. I don't know if I have any like green ones per se. Oh, I do. I'll do some green, and I do have some black ones and some silver ones in here. So I think that will be perfect. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. And also, welcome to the chat. I appreciate it. Breaking thread. Nice. I like that. I gotta keep up which one that I keep using. I guess I need to put a little mark on it. Oop, not that one. Not that one, because I have not taken the applicator thing out of that. Alright, yeah, it should be this one. Put that one to the side. Okay, so let's get some rhinestones. And let's blingatron it out. And with this, we are going to use the B7000. I tried to use this with hot glue the other day, and it was just way too messy. I honestly should have done this before I attached it to the back, but, you know, whatever. Just put a little bit there. Put one there. That Oh, you're funny. Yes, that this hot glue gun, this is serious business. For real. I mean, you know, this is the same type of Ryobi battery that you use on, like, you know, Weed Eater, or like, I don't know, probably their lawnmowers, you know, things like that. Yeah, it's pretty hardcore. It's when you need to get the job done and you need to be wireless at the same time. So, yeah, it's it does speak serious. That's funny. Yeah. Now we had we still have normal ones. But yeah, this one is definitely like when you really are trying to get her done, as they say. All right, we're getting some bling. See, we got to make it shiny. We got to make it bling. I know nobody says that anymore, but I do. Listen, I'm an elder millennial. I can do what I want. Okay. Okay. Is that a mosquito? Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I know you're not trying to get over here. Listen, this is why I don't go outside. It's because mosquitoes love me. Where are you going? Hold on, we got to take care of her. Where are you? She's going to come at me in just a second. I know this. Y'all are going to see me and I'm going to welt up because of one damn mosquito. Go away. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Yes, I have that battery for my drills. So do you have the do you find the E7000 better than the So let me tell you about the B7000. So I actually bought, you know, I've always been an E6000 girly, like forever. Always used it. And the thing about it is, I mean, it really, it's strong. It is so strong. It does a heck of a good job. But yeah, when you talk about getting a headache, yeah, that is true. So I had read reviews and they were talking about, oh, I love B7000, blah, 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 blah. So I got a tube of both. I got a tube of E6000 and B7000. Now, the one thing I will say is that the little precision tip is nice when you first open the container. If you keep the container for like any amount of time past like the first initial using of it, it kind of gets on your nerves. But um if you know, E6000 didn't give me such a headache, I would probably enjoy it more. But I agree with you, it's tough, especially if you're not like using it outside. If I'm like here and I'm like, you know, hovered over it, smelling it, it is a lot to handle. So for little applications like this, yes, I think that this one is better. But I mean, if you want something to stay together like after the apocalypse, then yeah, no, E6000 is going to be the way to go. I need to get some more shapes. Let me get some different shapes. I don't know if I have. Oh, there we go. There's a little oval. But yeah, hopefully that that answers your question. Just in my personal opinion. Let's see. Okay, making sure I did turn that off. Gotcha, good to know, right? I have to let my project, yes, yes, exactly. Exactly. Luckily with this, like, I mean, it has like that, you know, adhesive smell to it, but it's not nearly as overwhelming as E6000 can be. So yeah, it works out for me. Okay. So let's put one more little bling. There we go. All right. See? See, look at that. Shiny. Oh, heck yes. Oh, yeah. And putting that under the A keeps it nice and secure. Oh, yeah. That is awesome. I absolutely love it. Okay. So I turned this back on because I just turned it off when I literally needed it like 2 seconds later. But now we're going to go ahead and put the clip on it, and then we are going to be done with this one. I really, really, really like the green and the black. That is cool. That's really cute. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I am absolutely excited about that. Okay, so this is one of those, you know, there's a little clip where you got to roll it down or whatever. So what I do to attach it, now of course this got the holes in it. Sorry, my hands are kind of ashy because I wash my hands a lot today at work. But they have these holes where you can sew it down. But what I do is I just glue it down, but I have a little piece of felt as reinforcement. So we're going to take our piece of green, this little piece of green, and we're going to just cut a little piece of it, just kind of like that. And I'm going to make sure that I put this one on straight. There was the one that I gave my coworker. It was like all sorts of not straight. But this one looks to be pretty good. Put that like that, and like this. And I'm just centering it up. Nothing complicated. And then putting a decent amount of glue right there in the middle. And then just put this piece of felt right over it. You know, give it some oomph. Oh yeah, that's nice and secure. I'll let that set and let that dry. I'm gonna do that before I close it up. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and close it. Okay. Alright, but yeah, so that's how the back is on there. Just centered up, and there's the front. Beautiful, beautiful. Cool. Okay, so since that one went really, really well, let's just hope that this one also goes well. So I really, really like this one a lot. I mean, it's popping off. Yeah. I love that. Okay. All right. So this one, like I said, this one is Hobby Ho. I can't get anything in the camera straight. Yeah. So this one's blue. And the blue that I used for the little edge is a very similar color of blue. So for the contrasting color on this one, I think that I had put... Was I going to do the... Let's see. I remember if I was going to do the purple, or if I was going to do it like a blue one. I'm guessing that since I did the embroidery stitch in blue, that I was thinking more of a blue kind of thing. I guess before I choose on that, let me see what ribbons that I've got that would complement this. Okay, hot glue, I need you to go over there for now. Okay, using that. All right, let's see. Ooh, what is this? Ooh, what is this? Ooh. Okay, we got that blue. Okay, I also had this random ribbon that said "It's a boy." Isn't that random? You know? Yeah. That's how you know I've really just got these scraps from all over the place. There's that. I really feel like that it needs to be a contrasting color to the blue. I kind of am thinking maybe like a pink. I don't know. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. And then I can use this for the tab on the back. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that already. Look at that. Yeah, I like the way that looks on the camera, so we're going to go with it. Okay, we're not going to use That's a Boy, though. We're going to use this and probably this and maybe some of this. And let's just go ahead and get a little piece here. Okay, I'm going to use that, and then let's get some pink. Some pieces of pink. So that backer's a little pastel, but we don't have to match the pastel. And we can go bold with it like that. I kind of like that. What else is in here? What does that say? Sweet baby girl. Okay. Okay. There's that. I might save this one for something else. Hilarious as I think it would be to have Sweet Baby Girl on there, I don't think I'm going to use it for this one. Comment so you know I was here. Okay, well, thank you, Spazzy. I appreciate you commenting and letting me know that you're here. Thank you so much. Could use that one. Could use that one. Oh, I got this little piece. Oh, look at that. That just came out of nowhere. What else is in here? Oh, look. Now, see, another thing, too, is that some of this ribbon can kind of, like, guide us in what color scheme that it wants. So this one is obviously pink and green. So that's another kind of color scheme. Hopefully, and I can use that ribbon with this. Like I said, I've just got pieces of it, and this was a way of that I could think of to use it up, because I was just like, what in the crap am I going to use all these little pieces of ribbon? But this is exactly what I'm going for. Okay. Let's sit that there, that there. Okay. All right, we've got some color choices. We got some decisions to make. So there we go. So let's go ahead and cut out our pink piece. Now, I will say the one thing about this like multi-pack is that there's just one of each color. So like the one that I did before used this color pink, and then I took a photo of it. But like the colors that are like pink, yeah, I've already like used most of those. But I know where you can, I mean, obviously this is just 1mm like foam. So, but I'm still gonna use that pastel because I don't think I really have another piece of pink. Yeah, which is cool. It's cool. It's all good. All right, let's get our pattern piece. And I guess I honestly don't even need to trace it. I can just use it like this. Why didn't think about the other, why, wow. Why didn't I think about that the other day? I guess I got excited. All right, there's our circle. There's our hobby hoe. All right, beautiful, love it. Love that. All right, so let's go ahead and get, I think what I will do is I will go ahead and do the little gemstones on it, because it is much easier when it's flat versus doing it whenever it's connected to the lace. So let's just go ahead and do that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's just easier to get a tad out with this toothpick. Because I think I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the other letters is I'm just going to put a little bit behind this middle one to keep things. Oh, don't go on the end. Yeah. There we go. And we'll go ahead and put it under hoe 2. Oh, don't act crazy on me now. There you go. Go. Okay. And then let's put a little dab here. And a little dab here. All right. Now, one thing too I will say about the B7000 is that it dries very quickly. So that is one thing to be aware of, that it definitely dries faster with the initial like setting of it. I mean, it's still, I think it's still like a full cure time of 24 hours or something like that. But just like when you're setting your stuff up, like this little, like I'm not going to put a bunch of dabs on it. I'm just going to do a few and then set my jewel like that. Okay, and we're going to get this one. This is not the best pair of tweezers. Like that, and then let's get. Yeah, it's way easier to put this on when it's flat. Hey, get over here. Get over here. Alright, and then we'll do a couple more down here. And maybe one more up here. Okay. Set that to the side. Let's find us some fun ones in here. This was just like a multi-pack that I got off of Amazon. I've used a bunch of them for these like paintings that I have on the walls behind me. Well, I guess beside me. But yeah, I was on a kick where I was doing that. Of course, influenced by Pinterest. And yeah, that was around the time when my sojo was gone. My sewing mojo was just, I don't know. I was in a headspace to where I just didn't feel like sewing. So I decided to paint and put gemstones all over everything. So that's where a lot of these rhinestones went. This is another one of those like things that they have on Amazon, and it's like, oh, you get 600 rhinestones, but some of them are super tiny, like super tiny. If I can find that little like painting that I did that I used the smallest of the gemstones, you'll see what I'm talking about, and you'll be like, what in the crap is that? Let's do a couple more. Let's do a couple of more. Okay, and maybe a couple of blue ones. Ah, shit, that's too big. that dollop of B7000 was too big for that gemstone. Even though it dries clear, I didn't want it to, like, you know, look messy. I have to keep it professional. Let's see, is there like a middle-sized stone? Yeah, let's just do this one. Yeah, that one's red. I don't want that. Get out of here. Ooh, this one's nice. It's oval. Yeah. Okay. Alright, there we go. Fancy. Okay. Alright. Now, let's see what we're going to do for our lace option this time around. Do we want to use this? Do we want to use this, or do we want to use the other this used? I feel like I might actually need to use lace on this one. I have pieces of lace, as every upcycler does, because why would we not? Let me see if I can find another like small piece. So like the one that I used on this one, I don't know, it was like super perfect because it was just like the tiniest little sliver. And that's one thing that I kind of love about upcycling in general, is like you can have like this tiny little piece, this like random piece of lace that looks like it would be janky for anything else, but for that, it was literally the best thing that I could have. So I kind of want this to be like a crisp white versus like this antique looking white. Yeah, I'm gonna save this for something else. And you know, I think I might just use this. So I've let this dry for a second, and it feels real solid now. I use Gorilla Glue sticks in the hot glue gun. Man, that feels really solid. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go back to this piece, and I'm just not going to do it as wide as it was on that one. So I'm going to come in quite a bit more. All right. Alright, so since I already have the E6000 or the B7000 on my fingers, let's just go ahead and keep on with it. But yeah, so instead of how wide it was on the other one, we're going to come inside of it. Wow, that just sounds all sorts of bad. We're gonna just make that overlap not as thick. How about that? That's a better way to put it. I'm sure there's like a less messy way of doing this where you don't have to deal with the strings of hot glue, but you know, we're in it now. Okay. All right. So here at the end, I'm going to do one more overlap and then I'll cut it off. Yeah. Yeah. All right, we'll get the hot glue back on. Okay, yeah. Ah, this is way too much fun, y'all. This is way too much fun. Okay. All right, while the hot glue is getting ready, let's see which two that we want to use as our base pieces. Okay, that's the same ribbon that I used for that. Okay. Now I could do a little contrast here. I don't know what that is on the bottom of that ribbon. I bet that's where it was attached to the core. So we'll just go ahead and cut that off and do a little bit of that. Yeah. Yep, okay. Like that. All right. Okay, love it. Love it. Although I think I'm going to do it this way. Okay, we like that. All right, and then oh yeah, that piece right there, because it came out like it wanted to come play. All right. We'll just kind of put that one in the middle. All right, and then we'll add a little sheer. then I like to add some like thinner ribbon if I have it. I don't know if I have any thin ribbon. Oh, wait a second. I have a whole nother container over here. I had like some really thin, oh yeah, okay. I had like some really, really thin pink ribbon at one time, but I think I used it for some other project. But I do have some of this like pastel, so I think this will work. Okay. All right, now that we have some options, let's go ahead and get started with our layering. Piece first. Make sure it's at the right angle that I want it to be. Okay, then add this on top. Bam. Okay, we'll go ahead and add this sheer piece, even though it's a little bit curled up. It'll still work for what we need. Okay, then this little pink piece, maybe that'll stick right there. Yep. Okay, dude, I'm gonna need you to like lay down. Okay, that just means I gotta put something. I put a piece on top. Alright. Do that. And probably this piece over here. See, like I said, we are not overthinking this. We are just going with where our heart tells us to go. Then I'm going to do one more little pink piece over here. I'm going to do it a little bit longer. I feel like I need another piece of blue over there, though. Let's do this piece. Yeah. Yeah. And then I might just do this pink one right there in the middle, just to round it off. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Okay, so now we can put our topper piece, I guess that's what we're gonna call it, and make sure we got enough glue and make sure everything is straight. Give it the old press-a-roo. Damn. That's not. That is nice. That's cool. I really, really, really like that. All right, so this is the hobby hoe one. Very cool. All right. So now we got that attached, let's go ahead and get the clip on there. And we'll be done with this one. And just like that, I've been live for an hour and a half. Isn't that crazy how time flies? I'm like, oh, I might not stream the whole time. I might make it a short stream. Then an hour and a half later, I'm like, hey, I think I could just go all night. I'm not going to stream all night. I'm not going to stream all night. It's going exceptionally well. Alright, so like I said, we're going to make sure that this is straight, and we're going to put this piece over it. This one's a little bit wide, so let's just trim it down. Make sure it'll fit, and then we hot glue the mess out of it. Just like that. Subathon win. Oh no, not the subathon. I mean, I've done it. I have done it. It's been a long time, but get all these strings. Like I said, that's the one hot glue just is annoying like that. Oh, see, I'm trying to move it around too soon. Let it sit, let it cook. Let me let it cook, let it sit over there. Okay, yeah, no, that was just way too, like, I don't know. Yeah, forget upcycling. I'm a custom badge maker. I make custom badges. Tell me what you want. Eight characters or less. 2 lines maximum. Oh, I guess what I could do while I have the hot glue on is put the back on this one. Doesn't float around. I'll just use another piece of this. Oh, actually no, because if I do, then I won't have any pink at all, and I won't be able to make that rainbow one. But that one's a close shade of blue, so let's do this. Make sure this little clip is long enough. Yeah, okay. That's the one thing too, is like, since I was given these little clips, I got to make sure that they're actually functional. Good. All right, we'll let that one sit. This one's probably dry enough to where I can, yeah, I can close it back. Okay. Oh no, that it kind of adds a little bit of character, that little curl in there. But yeah, so hobby hoe, and craft slide. What just fell? What was that? Was that my pencil? I have no idea what that was that fell down. Oh well, I'm off later. Yeah, no, okay. Now this is kind of pissing me off. If I need to, I'll just cut it shorter. But I was hoping that piece would, like, flatten it down. Okay. Dang, those look so nice in the camera. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Okay. All right. Yeah, that is kind of annoying to have the adhesive on my fingers. You know, I was telling you all about the B7000 getting on me. Yeah, now it's like stuck. Yeah. It's okay. Okay. Let's see. Puzzle Princess, Chaos Crafter, Cootie Queen, and Lint Liquor. I think I'm going to go with Chaos Crafter. Chaos Crafter. Now let's see what color scheme we want to go with. I'm kind of feeling some purple. I've been on a purple kick. I don't know why. Oh, look at this. Look at this foam. Look at this felt. It's like a heather gray. That's crazy. There's this crimson. There's this purple. Now I say purple. Now let me see what kind of, like, purple ribbon that I have. That's going to be another factor too, to see if I have ribbon that will coordinate with what I want to do. I know I said something about pink and green earlier, but again, I don't have any more pink now. Do I have any purple ribbon? I have red. I have pink and brown, apparently. Pink and brown. Now look at this ladybug. Can y'all see that? It's like ladybugs. That's cute, actually. It'd be red and yellow. Do have that. I do have that. I have some of that. Let's see what we got for purple over here. Now, you may ask why I have so much ribbon. I don't know. I don't know why I have so much ribbon. Again, you just acquire this stuff and you're like, okay, cool. Now, this is kind of fun. That's kind of fun. This is a brown and teal. Do I not have any purple ribbon? Hold on. I guess this kind of goes along with, like, you know, the epitome of chaos crafter. Of like, I know I saw that ribbon somewhere. I could have sworn. Oh. Oh, I know what I used some on. Let me show y'all. Hold on. Yeah, see, that would have been like perfect. So I made this little scrappy square. And this little scrappy square was a purple themed kind of thing. And there was this purple sparkly ribbon that I used on the background of this. But I thought I had some more of it. What would I have done with it? You know, I ask that like y'all are supposed to know. Like, I'll do that. I'll be like, hey, chat, where is this or that? And expecting y'all to know what the answer is. Clearly, y'all don't know. I guess I should probably be a little bit better prepared if I was going to try to do purple. So I guess we'll just scratch that idea with the purple and we'll go to another color. So I'm sure somebody tuning in is probably like, what in the crap is going on here? Don't worry about it. I have everything under control. And like there's one piece of red and one piece of yellow. Okay. All right. Well, if I want to use these ladybugs, then that would work out pretty well. All right. We're going to cut off a little piece of this. I'll say probably about yay long. All right, good enough. We'll use some of this. I don't know exactly. Oh, this has wire in it. I'm going to have to pull the wire out of that before I cut it. There's a little piece there of red. Is there some yellow? Ooh, yep. There's some gold. Oh, look at this. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, then I guess red and yellow is what we're going to use. What does this say? Grow old along with me. The best is yet to be. What? Okay. I don't even recall, like... What is this? Oh, I guess somebody used this to make this. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I haven't gone through this bag in a long time. All right, let's just stuff all this back in here. Put all this back. I guess I should probably have a different way of separating by color, huh? Well, you know what? Ziploc bag, it is. Put that over there. Put that. Put all this back in here. I don't need that right now. Back in here. Yep. We're going to use this another time. Let's see if I even have brown and teal. Of course, I have 3 different shades of brown. 4 different shades of brown. We'll use that one. And then teal. This. Close enough. Okay. That'll be the next one. Let me clip these two together. Okay. Okay, so that one will be for the next one. And the purples will have to figure out something else. I have to figure out some purple ribbon from somewhere. Dang. That adhesive is sticking to everything. I will remember that next time to, like, you know, maybe not just have adhesive or get like an alcohol wipe or something to where I can wipe them off, but I'm not going to bother with it too much for now. Okay, so we were going to do Chaos Crafter. All right, so do we want the red as the small and this one as the big, or other way around? If I'm going to use the big yellow ribbon, then I think I want this one as the big and this one as the small. All right. So let's roll with it like that. Okay. So that one, and then for the small one, we use this, and we will trace out our pattern with the pencil that does not exist over here. I have this one that I was writing with earlier. I don't know if it's gonna... Yeah, see? The lead like just breaks so easily on that. So we're just gonna use this mark. Excuse me. We're gonna use this marker. Okay. Ta-da. I'm gonna cut this out. And the marker is not going to be a huge deal because we're going to put that on the back side. There's not really a front or back to this felt. So yeah, whenever we attach it to this, we'll just put it on the back and nobody will know. Nobody will know. Alrighty, so let's get our beads out and let's start spelling. Chaos Crafter. Now, like I said, I have not done anything more than 6 letters yet. So let's just see how it's going to fit. And now, for this part, I actually do need a pencil. So let me see if I can grab one. I got one right over here. This actually works out. I can use this pen. Okay. Okay, so let's get our C, H. Guess I could. Trying to get where y'all could kind of see what I'm doing. I'm sorry it's not top down. I'm not fancy like that, so you just have to deal with the way that it's doing like that. Okay, chaos. Chaos. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't really think that anything bigger than 8 letters would really fit on here. Chaos Crafter. Okay. Okay. So, what I do to get this started is I see where I want the placement to be. Then I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to mark where the embroidery floss is going to go for the letters. And this does not have to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. Once you get the ends marked, then you can pick your embroidery floss. So on this one, since we're going to do this ladybug type theme, I'm going to pick, hopefully find a red in here or something close to a red. I already have a needle in here. This one worked out pretty well. I don't know a lot about embroidery. I don't really do hand sewing, hand stitching, and things like that. So this was another type of, oh, I'm just going to see if this works. And if it doesn't, well, I don't know. Okay, there's not any sort of red that's in here. There's like a, whatever this color would be. It looks darker on the screen, but it's definitely not red. Again, you know, getting things at Goodwill, it's not like you're going to get the most pristine type thing. That one's kind of red, but it's more like crimson. I don't really like that. What I think I'll just do, I'll just do black. Okay, so do you see this little wad of thread? This was me trying to unwad the 6 strands of embroidery floss. And instead of doing it the proper way, I was like, oh, let me just see what happens with this. I don't think I'm going to be able to. Yeah, no, I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to use this. And I'm just going to get a piece. This one is approximately 25 inches long. Cut that off. Put it back in here. Okay, so now we're going to properly just take 3 of these strands and see if we can separate them. I know that there's got to be some sort of like trick. You're probably like supposed to like, oh, put it in your hands and twist it or something. You know, do something like this. I mean, that's better. It's not nearly as chaotic as I did it last night. Okay. Yeah, that went way, 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 way better. All right, we're going to use our little threading tool because, yeah, I bought these specifically to thread the embroidery needle because I was having such a hard time getting 3 strands into one eye. But these, as cheap as they are, they're effective. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, this is the extent of hand sewing that you're going to get out of me, okay? You're not going to get a lot out of me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the edge with a running stitch, just your basic, you know, stitch. And I'm just going to make a little border. Now, I've seen a lot of people do, I think it's called a blanket stitch around the edge. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm sure it's easy, but I mean, this, that, it's good enough. Oh, what is this? Okay. Anyway. Haven't had a bot message come in here in a long time. Okay, so see? Isn't that just cute? I think it is. Once I get back to the end, I'll just kind of, you know, lock things in place. I want to make sure it's still nice and flat. I did, that first one that I did, it kind of wanted to curl a little bit, and I did not like that. So, oh no. What did I just do? What did I just do? Oh. Something felt like it was going to snag and rip, and I was like, I don't want it to rip. I just spent this last 5 minutes sewing into it. Okay. Okay, so I've got my dots that I marked before. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the back of the one dot, and then I'm going to start threading my letters. So we are going to do chaos, C, H, A, O, and S. Alright, we're going to go ahead and add that and then go back through the hole that I marked before. Very simple. Very simple. Okay, so what I did last night was I came back around on this side to try to keep those letters taught. Now, once I came back that way, then I came back across here. And again, this is just to try to keep those letters from shifting around too much. And there's probably another method, but this is me learning. I have to learn by doing, so it's okay. So then come back down here and we'll do crafter. Okay, and then through the hole. Okay, so on this one, I'm going to come back through the end like I did before. But on this one, since it is so many letters, I'm going to go through the middle. And I'm going to put one stitch in the middle of the word to also keep it together. And then I'll also use some glue, I believe, as well. But I know for a fact that if I put this one stitch here, that will help keep it stable. Okay, yeah. So now I'll just come back through here. Okay, well, again, we will... Oh. My needle just came right out there. But, anywho, I was pretty much done. So, yeah, there you go. Chaos Crafter. And it's not perfectly straight, so that kind of goes along with the whole chaos. All right. Cool. All right. And yeah, like I said, I'll secure that with some glue after a while. Let's put this back in here. Okay. All right, so now pretty much same process as before. We'll have this ribbon will be the bottom, and we'll use some of this, and we'll use some of this, and the ladybug, and probably some of that as well. Where is the wire? There is the wire. Yeah, get on out of here. Okay. All right, yeah, I think I'm going to use this as my little ruffle gather part. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright. Oh, yeah. Here's my other one that's dry now. So we can close that up. Yeah, my first little prototype, my Whimsy Goblin. Yay. Alright. Let's see how much more of this we can get out. Yeah. That's it. We'll start at the bottom. What's kind of nice about this is that it's already kind of ruffled already from being with the wire in it. So, having to really like get at it too hard because it's already ruffling. Nice. And so, again, I really do like in some applications how fast that this dries is because I can hold it there for like a little bit and it dries it enough to where I can go to the next little ruffle. Oh, but I may have used all of this bottle. It might be spent. Luckily, I've got two other ones right beside me. Oh, oh no. Alright, let's do one more little ruffle. And then we'll cut it off. Like that. And we'll glue this down. Oh, I should have put the gemstones on it. Well, it's too late now, so. I mean, I'll do them after I get everything together, but it is easier when it's flat. I remember that in the order of operations. But it's cool. It's no big deal. Okay, so now we'll get our ribbons. I like how bright this one is. So we're going to use this as our bottom. Oh, let me get my... I know what I'll end up doing is probably like not making like a super fancy template, but I'll end up making some sort of like just little thing that helps me keep the sizes pretty consistent. Not super duper, but just enough. Let's get our hot glue gun back on while we get our ribbons together. Okay. So we got that one, and we'll use this because this one's nice. So let's get that one. And that one's pretty nice too. So we'll do that one as a layer. And I don't know, we might use some of this since there's just this little piece that's left by itself. Might as well. We can just kind of put that one in the middle. Actually, I might do it like that. And then this. And then that. And then some small ones. Yeah. And then we got to make sure we put the ladybug, because that's the whole reason that we did this. I'm not going to cut that one until I'm ready to actually glue it, because I just see that it has a lot of fraying. And yeah, I don't really want to deal with that. I just cut the little piece of it and it was like, ah. But anyway, I hope they all are having a great Thursday. I'm having a heck of a good time, obviously. I've been in the zone over here. In the zone, in the zone. But yeah, that's adorable. So yeah, like I said, as I'm waiting on this to heat up, I've been trying to think of what my next project is going to be. I've got some flannels that I've been working on, and I've been working on putting, interfacing and fusible on there to get them ready to put on flannels. But, that's not really in my brain. It's not really a long-term type of project. I've been making these skirts and they've been really fun. Like the last one that I made was blue and red and white. Red, white, and blue, but not like patriotic. It's more like if you're going to the strawberry farm and you're going to pick strawberries. That's the vibe that I was going for. But now I was thinking, I was like, what could be my next color scheme? I have to have a fairly decent amount of fabric to do those skirts. So I'm going to have to pull some fabrics and see what I can come up with. I have an idea, but I don't know if I have enough of the color scheme to make it work. So that's like half of the process, is the planning part, is cutting out the pieces and planning the color schemes. So that's, of course, the most fun, and the actual sewing part. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, hot glue, are you hot? Do you need another stick? I think it needs another stick. So let's get one. Like I said, these are the sticks that I use because they work. They definitely work. All right. So let's go ahead and get these going. We'll make our little glue smiley face right there. I do have a little bit of time to adjust. Like, let me adjust that up just a tad. And yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do this one. Little piece here. Just like that. And we'll go that one slightly at an angle. Kind of like that. Put that one in the middle. Like that. Let's get our little tool. Yeah, a little bit there. Okay, now we'll go with our ladybug. Cut that. That, and then how about this little piece right here? Should I put another piece of ladybug? Let's see what that looks like in the camera. You know, I'm just gonna do the one. The one just gives it enough whimsy. Okay, there's the strings. There's the strings coming out. You don't want to get in the show over here, are you? I kind of figured that with that many letters on there, yeah, definitely gonna have to supplement it with glue, or put a stitch in between each letter, but glue works too. Put some behind the A. And some behind the E. We'll see how that looks. May have to reinforce it a little bit more. And we'll put a little bit behind the A. Yeah, I do kind of like that it's not like straight because, you know, yeah. Alright, so let's add a little bit of whimsy to this. We'll add a couple of dots here and there. Right there. And one here. And here. And where are my tweezers? I guess I'll just use these because those tweezers are not that great. Alright, and what do I have for yellow? Do I have any yellow? That one kind of looks green, but you know, it's gonna pass for yellow with this application. I know there has to be a better way to dab this on here versus the way that I'm doing it, but if it works, you know? That's my philosophy. All right, a couple more, and I think that this one is going to be pretty much a wrap. I don't want that much glue on there. Oh. Come on. Now I'm getting too much glue on it. I don't want that much. There we go. I know I've got a red one. Yeah, I don't really have any, like, yellow ones in here. They're more orange, which I guess is fine, but... And that one looks green. We'll use this one anyway. Come here. Ugh. Let's try a different pair of tweezers. There we go. Nope, I don't like that. There go. All right. All right, one last thing. We'll put the clip on the back. And then that is a whole ribbon from start to finish. Good, yeah. Okay. Turn this over, get it, like I said, we'll get it as straight as we can. Not perfect. So we got our little piece of backer. We'll take this and just center it, kinda. I didn't even need that the other stick of glue. This ended up being just enough. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry. Try not to move it too much, but damn. All right, let's set that one right here. What's crazy is that I feel like I'm gonna use so much more ribbon to do it, and then it doesn't take much at all. It's crazy. Alright, make sure that's off. Make sure all this is over here. Here, here. We're just making a little presentation area now. While I'm waiting on that one to dry, I can make sure I don't want this glue to be everywhere. Man, yeah, that is what I am talking about. I love these. I absolutely love these so much. I will give y'all the tour. Okay, so we got Chaos Crafter. We got, if I can put the camera right, Hobby Ho, Craft Slut, and then my Whimsy Goblin one finally got that one, but that's, yeah, that's it. That is it. Yep. I love that. I love that so much. So much. Cool. Okay, well, that really does, it is wild how time flies when you're doing something that you really enjoy. That was very enjoyable for me. And I hope that possibly you learned a little bit on if you wanted to make them yourself. Yeah, so basically right at 2 hours and 30 minutes, so I am gonna go. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining me this evening. I know it's pretty chill, kind of spur of the moment. I didn't really tell anybody that I was streaming, but hey, whoever came by, I appreciate you hanging out. But yeah, I I was planning on streaming Tuesday, Thursday. Things did not work out, but y'all are going to see a lot of me next week. So just be excited, and I'll actually announce it this time. But anywho, thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.